I'm back at Six Flags Magic Mountain to check up on the park. They just topped off West Coast Racers. So how about you and I dive right in. Well, starting off here in the front of the park, there aren't any more Fright Fest decorations that have popped up just yet. So maybe in the next week, we'll see some new stuff, but it's just a lot of lighting right now. Like in the last video, tons of show lighting in the trees, and you can see up here they have a lot of cabling going over some of the electrical. But yeah, other than that, nothing too spooky just yet. Oh, there's some spooky stuff right there. It's a nice jacked up car. Their official first signs of spookiness. You can see this guy needs to change his tire. Now, as you can see, the park is completely packed right now. And we use this opportunity, especially when the park first opens, to get a lot of ride time in. So if you're coming to Six Flags during the week, get here when the park opens and you'll be able to do a lot when the park opens. So let's do full throttle, because usually this line is like 18 hours long. But today, it's a walk-on. I love Premier Rides. They do great products, and I hope West Coast Racers is just as smooth as this, and I'm sure it will be. So I'm super excited. Because yeah, I mean, this ride right here is as smooth as butter. It's great. They're only doing one train operations today, but I mean, it's obvious for obvious reasons. It's not crowded at all, so they don't need to put on train 2. As you can see, they didn't even fill the rest of the car up.
Okay. Do you guys want to count down to prize or just go?
All right, just got off full throttle. I did notice that they added some like little loose article like pouches on the sides of the seats, similar to the ones on Twisted Colossus. So if you have like little mini small items like a phone or a wallet or whatever, they have the zipper pockets there right next to you, so you can put all your stuff right there versus putting it into the bins in the station. So that's pretty convenient. Oh wow, it's so nice to see this again. Like, I mean, obviously the park doesn't like seeing this, but as a coaster enthusiast and a theme park obsessed geek, I love this stuff because then I can spend more time on the rides. Look at this, this is nobody here. It's such a night and day difference from the summer crowds that were here a couple months ago. It was, you know, you couldn't walk around this park without seeing like 1,000 people in front of you. So this is actually really nice and relaxing knowing that I can come here, ride some rides and get some cool content. Ooh, look. Even Bugs Bunny World is really quiet. On a side note, what do you guys think of that announcement from Six Flags Saudi Arabia on that insane looking coaster? I mean, I'll believe it when I see it, and I'm sure the design will change once they open it, if they open it. But talk about an insane looking coaster. I don't know about that one. And the only reason why I'm like iffy about it is because the render that they had, like the concept video, it looks like something out of Planet Coaster. It was really odd. So obviously the design will change. I mean, the physics on that are ridiculous. So it's gonna be interesting to see if the park ends up opening, and it's gonna be interesting to see how that coaster turns out. Right behind me near the DC Universe, you can see they're getting ready for Fright Fest, which opens up on the 14th of September, which is really exciting. I can't wait to experience that. They've always decorated this zone behind me, and this year it's City Under Siege, which I believe that's what it was last year. And they usually have a lot of cool lighting, and then they have some of these crazy characters like this behind me. So that's gonna be really cool to see progress over the next few days as they add more decorations. Here in the Scream Punk district, where Twisted Colossus and Scream are located, they're slowly but surely getting ready for Fright Fest over here as well. So that's really cool. So a lot of props are up, a lot of lighting and audio is set up, and it looks like we have the beginnings of some fog machines and all the electrical boxes. So yeah, slowly but surely they are pumping in all of the decorations into the park, and pretty soon we'll start seeing some of the spooky cobwebs everywhere, so that'll be cool. You can see that crews are working on Green Lantern to, looks like, take it apart, because judging from today's announcements from the other Six Flags parks, this coaster will be moving. So I would assume that they're gonna get this one dismantled as quick as possible, put it on a truck and ship it out to one of their other parks. And you know what, I'm okay with that. I wasn't really a big fan of Green Lantern, and I'm actually glad to see it go. And I'm excited for the future to see what they eventually do with this area. And maybe we'll get some new attractions here. Maybe we'll get a brand new roller coaster for 2021 or 2022. Not really sure, but exciting times for sure. So it looks like the first step that they're doing is taking apart the lift hill. So the lift hill's located right here for those that don't know. And I'm sure they'll wrap that up and either toss it or they'll have a new lift ready for the move. And they'll probably start moving on to the brakes and then all the nitty-gritty stuff, and then they'll take apart the track and the support last. So every week I'll definitely keep an eye on this and we'll watch its progress as it starts to come apart, because that process is actually pretty neat to watch too. So next week when we come in, we'll take a look at that. I do gotta say, one thing that still does kind of suck, even though the summer is over, is that it's still pretty hot out here. It's like 90 degrees and we're almost in September. Isn't that crazy? But I mean, here in California, summer's like all the time. It's kind of like Florida where it's just always hot. And then we have like one period of like cold and wet weather, and that's about it. But it's hot today. By the way, do you like my shirt? Aren't these awesome? I love it. I love my merch. You can check it out. I'll leave a link down below in the description. All right, we have some more spooky decorations here near the Hall of Justice. You see they're bringing back this scare zone like gauntlet, like similar to last year. I liked the concept last year, so it was really neat. So assuming that it's a carbon copy, they'll hang some jute netting and all that kind of fun stuff over the top. And this will have some really cool show lighting at night, and it'll be all nice and spooky. All right, so over here at West Coast Racers, you can see that the coaster has officially been topped off. So this section in the back right over here, that was the last remaining section of track, at least on the main circuit. They still have a couple pieces left for the station, but as far as the entire circuit itself, it's all complete and it looks awesome. They've also put up this fence over here next to the preview center, so that's really nice. I think this ride's gonna be pretty awesome, especially in just this element right here. There's so many twisty parts, and twisty parts result in some good G-forces. So hopefully this will be racing through its back half of the course here. But yeah, it looks great. Everything's all nice and complete. And all I gotta do now is just pave the rest of the land here and then start working on the snack shacks and the candy store. And eventually we'll start getting some testing soon once they start programming everything and getting everything installed, like the launch system and whatnot. Yeah, you can still see they have a lot to do as far as just like cleaning up the space, but at least they got the biggest part of this expansion done, which was the coaster. It should open up this fall, so hopefully they'll get this done relatively quickly. It's just been so long. I know we've all been waiting for this to open, and we all thought it was going to open up this summer, but because of the delays from the manufacturer on shipping, because these pieces were shipped from Italy, and then they had to assemble the coaster off-site, then reassemble it here on-site. So a lot of work going on behind the scenes before they can actually get it up. So hopefully this fall during Fright Fest, or maybe after Fright Fest before Thanksgiving, we'll see this brand new coaster ready to go. Alrighty, there it is. There is the completed spaghetti bowl portion of West Coast Racers. How cool is that? They put this up pretty fast too, considering once they kicked themselves into high gear, they actually got all the track pieces on site pretty quick. If you look closely through Ninja's track, you can see they're starting to build up the station too for West Coast Racers, and the queue space that'll hold a lot of cool props and stuff from West Coast Customs. So that's really exciting. Looks like they're moving along pretty nicely on that. Still no facade for a maze in this location. I was expecting them to put this up by now, but it looks like we'll have to wait another week to see. All right, we just got off Revolution and now we're just in the Six Flags Emporium, just seeing if there's anything new this week. You can see that I'm just completely gross and disgusting as far as sweat. It's so hot outside, but in here it's nice and cool. So let's see if, I don't think they have anything new this week because I had a video on a lot of the merchandise last week, but we can do some exploring and see what they got. They have some Green Lantern mood rings. These are pretty neat. These are $2.99. It's not bad. Ooh, it's turning blue. What does that mean? Ooh, I'm in love. They definitely have a lot of plush merchandise. Like this little lion right here, this rainbow lion. Very soft. And this little guy is $12.99. You can also get all your capes in here too. You don't have to get them at the souvenir shops on the outside. You can get everything in here. And these are a mystery. How much are these? I can't see. I guess it is a mystery. I don't think they're more than like 10 or 20 bucks. Well, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and smash the like button. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button because I have brand new theme park videos every single week and you won't want to miss out on that. Other than that, I hope you have a beautiful day and I'll see you next time in the parks. Bye.